Hello, I'm Ben. Welcome to the channel. So today we're going to do a short video on 21 skills that will pay you forever. And what do I mean by that? If you get a situation where you're applying for a job and you're up against somebody and you have both have fairly new resumes and haven't done a lot, these skills within that interview and these skills being on your resume will help you get that position. But beyond that, if you get to the point where you're tired of working for other people and you decide to be a consultant, these things will be valuable to you. If you're a leader of some sort and lead teams, these things will be of value to you. So let's run through them. These are 21 skills that will pay you forever, okay? So the first one is the ability to sell or negotiate. There's a lot of great books on selling and negotiation. I would read those often, no matter what field you're in. If you're in the medical field and you have to deal with teammates on a daily basis that are difficult to deal with, learning something about negotiation will help you manage dealing with those teammates. It'll also help you manage dealing with patients who are in a bad situation or in a different situation they normally would be. So the ability to sell and negotiate will get people to understand what you're trying to get across, and those tools around persuasion will help you in many ways. The next is the ability to communicate effectively. There's a lot in communication. Basically, the message needs to be what's understood, not the opinion about the message. So ability to effectively communicate is extremely important. The third is ability to think critically, which means you can think about things in other people's shoes, but also think about the long-term results of items and what they can actually assist with. So sometimes, like if you're selling something and you're not selling it based on value and the customer's got you talking about price, you have to get back to a value option. And sometimes thinking critically can do that because you can see how it can impact their line other ways, their bottom line, and you explain that out specifically. The ability to solve problems creatively. It goes right into what I was just saying. Creatively solving problems is what makes people valuable. If you can solve problems that other people have a hard time solving, then you can make a lot of money in most industries. I did that for years and traveled across the country and fixed broken sites because I could do that. I could motivate people to solve problems creatively and then sustain those effects. The next is the ability to manage time efficiently. It's very simple. Focus on one thing at a time. Do it based on importance, not urgency, and then delegate the things that are less important. So there you go, the ability to manage time efficiently. The ability to quickly learn and adapt. Adaptability a lot of times is what saves situations. So if you get away from the emotion and you find out what the problem is and you focus on that adaptability a lot of times will allow you to push through where other people won't. They'll come to a pause, they'll be perfectionists or something like that, and they'll get that pacification on focusing on what the things are as opposed to actually being creative and handling the issue in front of it. As a leader, your job is to remove obstacles for your team. So being creative and being able to adapt and move through that is the best way to lead people. So you can get them past whatever obstacles may be in their way. The next is the ability to leverage technology. That can be from email to modern software to different electronics, or even not even electronics at all. There's all sorts of items that are technological advancements. So the ability to leverage those is necessary. Learn always, learn often. I read books constantly, new books around new technology. I read those and study ones from past due. And I use what makes the most sense. The stuff that's the ease of use is there. I use the things that make the most sense. Ability to stay organized and prioritize tasks. I think you do the most important things first and you go from there. I stay organized because I use this planner. Each day I write out the 5 to 6 things I want to do the next day. On the right hand side of each page, I attack those things first, and everything else I complete in the day is just gravy. So ability to stay organized and prioritize tasks. The ability to empathize and understand others. If you remove emotion from your responses or for how you handle situations, and you look at it through their eyes and put yourself in their shoes, that's the best way to understand empathy, because now you're trying to see how they're feeling about the situation, and then you can understand how to help them. Once you understand how to help people, they'll rally around you and you'll become a captain of what they're trying to do. Ability to stay resilient and persevere. Most people quit. So if something's hard, just keep going. And I know that sounds weird, it sounds difficult, but the point is, if you keep going, you will get beyond it. Each day you take a step forward, you will get beyond whatever's in front of you now. And that's how you do that. You stay resilient and persevere. Things are supposed to be difficult. That's how you learn. If there's never a challenge in front of you, you're not growing, right? So you're stuck. That's going to limit the quality of your success and the quality of your life as well. So be able to stay resilient and persevere. The ability to innovate and think outside of the box. I hate that term. I hate the term think outside of the box. There is no box. It just goes back to creative thinking. If you have creative thinking that's on your side, then you can look at things for what they are. Remove the things based on feelings and emotion and look at it for what it is and fix that. That's how you get beyond those things. Ability to present and speak publicly. This is a great way to practice that, doing videos and doing things like that. I teach people on a regular basis. I talk to groups of people on a regular basis. I do all that because that will pay you as well. Because a lot of people are very fearful about talking in front of groups. So the ability to present and speak publicly is a strength that you may have where other people on your team may not. And if you're able to do those things successfully and in an impressive manner and a prepared impressive manner, that may open doors for you that other things may not. So just remember those things. Be able to present and speak publicly. The next is the ability to negotiate and resolve conflicts. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you use the empathy to learn both sides, then you get into the situation and remove whatever obstacles are there. And if you're removing the obstacles and you're understanding both sides, typically that in itself will resolve the conflict. But then you go to that conflict, you hunt it down to a root cause, and you solve the root cause. A lot of things happen as a offset of a different problem. So make sure you find that root cause so you can solve that conflict permanently. The ability to network and build a professional circle. Who you hang out with is who you emulate, and those people are who are going to help you expand your network and expand your knowledge, or going to be the ones that help you limit that. So you want to be able to constantly expand your network and build a professional circle, but it needs to be a selective expansion, slowly, and I'm just talking 3 to 4 people a year. Now, if you meet 3 to 4 impressive people a month, then so be it. Get after it. But if you hold it to the point where you're meeting just 3 or 4 a year, each year you get better and you have a bigger network of people that you know and you would recommend, and they can do the same thing for you. Ability to understand and interpret trends. I was saying I work on spreadsheets a good bit. I like spreadsheets because it shows the trends. You take a bunch of random data, you put it into a spreadsheet based on date and time, and it will show you a trend. That's why I think that trends and understanding and to be able to interpret trends, that is powerful. Most people that hire me as a consultant, that's what I'm going in to do because they have no idea to look at the data that's in front of them. I show them how to look at that data and show them, all right, you can actually get through this if you do this, or this is impossible. There's no way to really see it through, so I think you need to call it, or whatever that may be. So you're talking about ending people's businesses, etc., just by the way you can view and interpret data. Understand that's a powerful, powerful thing. Ability to market and brand oneself effectively. I don't necessarily think it has to be oneself that you're marketing and branding. Whatever you're out there promoting, and you must believe in it, number one. Otherwise, your sales performance would be miserable. But if you believe in it, then you can say, hey, this is what the impact it had for me. And as you start stacking those stories, now you're better and you're even stronger in that situation. Ability to build and maintain relationships, that's important. With social media, the relationship building and the social constructs that people used to go by has kind of fallen by the wayside, which is unfortunate. Because social media in no way replaced that at all. If anything, it drove people further apart, where you send them a message now where you used to send them a card to make a phone call. So understand that building and maintaining relationships, it's got more than to do with the social construct. You have to go out there and meet people, try to help them with problems, solve problems for them. If you can get people to the point where you're helping them solve their problems, you're going to be of very high value to those people. Ability to lead, inspire others. You have to do that by example. You have to have a character that people will be inspired by, and then you lead by getting in there and helping them with whatever fight that is. So the ability to lead, inspire others. The next one is the ability to manage finances wisely. I said that earlier. You track the trends and keep your nose above it, even if it's $1. If you don't go into the hole and you don't waste money and you don't make one mistake more than once. So basically, mistakes are fine. That's how you learn. But once you've learned the lesson, don't go back and try to get a second helping. Learn from the first one. And that's one of the best things I can say about managing finances wisely. And from your personal finance standpoint, put 20 or 30% away every month. Work your finances out where you can put 20 or 30% every month. If you can't, downsize. that will give you the freedom that you want. At some point, that money will give you freedom. Meaning, if you're a job that you hate, you get a boss that you hate, there's a situation where you're hurt or something like that, you're not healthy, you will have the freedom at that time to take the time that you need. So put that money away. Money, that's what it should mean to people. It shouldn't mean a shiny watch or a new car. It should mean freedom. So as soon as you get after that, that's my opinion. I think that's how you manage finances wisely. The next is the ability to write persuasively and clearly. I'm in my study now. I have books on letters and famous letters. I read those things specifically, some for the language, some for the pausing, some for the way things are said. This could say, not only persuasively, you can look at a book where you're writing that, you can look at manuals where you're training people how to do things, and you can look at emails. If you can write and train and support persuasion clearly and with reason, that's actually going to help you get down to the issues that people may have with communicating with you or buying from you. The ability to analyze data and make informed decisions, that goes into what we talked about before, analyzing data and informed decisions. Data is the proof of how people have acted before. That's why it's so strong to use that. So I think those are great call outs for 21 skills that will pay you forever. The idea is that if you do things to study those and you do things to make yourself better there, is that if you ever need a job or create your own job or do those type things with those skills, you'll be able to, one, sustain yourself, and being able to sustain a paycheck for yourself that you don't have to get from somewhere else. That is a awesome way to be free and not be beholden to anyone else. So there you go. That's a quick video on 21 skills that will pay you forever. If you like videos such as these, I add additional content to the Facebook page. So if you want to go to the Wisdom Hunters Facebook page, there's a lot of things on that in addition to the videos that we do here on the YouTube channel. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please like and please subscribe. Please go over there and join the group on Facebook as well. I'm Ben. Be good.